This looks like the weekend to watch in Hong Kong as democracy protests enter their 11th week. Why this week in particular? Well, unfortunately, there is news that China is amassing troops on the border between mainland China and Hong Kong. Shenzhen, the closest Chinese city to Hong Kong, has shown reports through satellite imagery, media reports, people on the ground saying that stadiums are being filled with military vehicles and troops. Troops that have a lot of anti-riot gear. Concerns that they will be used to suppress the protests. These aren't just my concerns. These are the concerns of democracy activists on the ground. The other day I spoke to Joshua Wong, who is one of the leaders of the student wing of these protests. He's concerned about the troops amassing at the border, seeing it as an ominous sign. We've only just had the 30th anniversary of the Tiananmen Square massacre. We've had the opportunity to look back on that, how the Politburo and other leading figures watched as these protests went week by week and at a certain point decided, we won't tolerate this anymore. We are going to suppress this. And there are legitimate concerns that we may see Tiananmen Square Part 2 unfold in Hong Kong. Joshua Wong explains that the demands of the protesters, well, they're nothing radical. They want to see the unpopular extradition bill scrapped for good, and they want the right to vote in their own leaders. Right now, the chief executive politicians in Hong Kong, Carrie Lam currently holds the top post. They are appointed and approved by the leadership in Beijing. The people on the streets say, we want to be able to vote in our leadership. Those are the demands, and those are the demands that have Beijing concerned, have them amassing troops to the border. The world must watch this weekend. The world must keep an eye on Hong Kong to send a message to China that we will not tolerate any violent suppression of these pro-democracy activists. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland, they've been relatively silent on this, issuing a few statements here and there. President Donald Trump, he could be more forceful than he has been. Our Western leaders need to make it clear that they're watching if we're to prevent another massacre.